Imagine you lived your whole life in a small village, far removed from the hustle and bustle of cities and towns. You never seen a bank, a credit card, or even a supermarket. The concept of money itself is foreign to you. Now imagine you're suddenly introduced to the world of investing, specifically the idea of investing like Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in history. Sounds daunting, right? Well, this guide is for you. We'll start with the very basics, explaining what money is and how it works, and gradually introduce you to the world of stocks and investing, with a focus of Buffett's renowned value investing philosophy. Money is essentially anything that people agree to accept as payment for goods and services and for the prepayment of debts like taxes. It's a medium of exchange, a unit of account, and a store of value. Think of it as a tool that allows you to trade things you have for the things you need or want. Instead of bartering, where you directly exchange goods, money makes trade much easier and much more efficient. Once you have money, you have two main choices. You can spend it or save it. Saving is simply setting aside some of your money for future use instead of spending it, allowing you to use it later for things you may need. Investing, on the other hand, is putting your saved money to work with the goal of growing it over time. Now let's talk about stocks. Imagine a large farm that produces a lot of food. The farm is a company. Companies make money by selling something, whether it's a product like the food from the farm or a service like helping people transport their goods. To raise money to buy more land, equipment, and hire more workers, the farm can divide itself into small pieces called shares or stocks. When you buy a stock, you become a part owner of that farm. These stocks are traded on a stock market, which is like a big marketplace where people buy and sell pieces of different companies. The price of each stock goes up or down depending on how well people think the company is doing and how much they're willing to pay for a piece of it. Warren Buffett is famous for his value investing strategy. This means he looks for strong, well-managed companies that are selling for less than they're actually worth. He believes in holding on to the stocks for a long time, letting them grow and generate profits. He avoids trying to make quick profits by buying and selling stocks frequently, which is called short-term speculation. Speculation involves trying to predict short-term market movements to make a profit, but it can be very risky because the market is unpredictable. One of the key concepts in Buffett's approach is compounding. Imagine you roll a small snowball down a snowy hill. As it rolls, it picks up more snow and gets bigger and bigger. Compounding is similar. When you reinvest your earnings from your stocks, those earnings generate even more earnings, and so on, creating a snowball effect. Now that you have a basic understanding of investing, here are some practical steps to get started. Open a special account. To buy and sell stocks, you need a special account, kind of like a bank account, but specifically designed for stocks. You can open one online with companies like Fidelity or Schwab. Research and choose stocks. Look for companies that have a strong track record, sell products or services that people need, and are priced below their true value. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across different companies and types of companies to reduce risk. This is where the idea of correlation comes in. It means that some companies might do well while other companies are not doing so well. By having different companies, you can protect yourself from losing all of your investments in one type of company that had a bad season. Dollar cost averaging. Invest a fixed amount of money at regular intervals, regardless of the stock price. This helps to average out your purchase over time. Additional resources include books, for example, The Little Book of Common Sense Investing by John C. Bogle and The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. These are great starting points. Also, reputable financial websites like Investopedia, Fidelity, NerdWallet offer a wealth of information for beginner investors. And you should also consider seeking guidance from a qualified financial advisor. Investing like Warren Buffett is a journey, not a destination. Start small, learn continuously, and be patient. Remember the key principles: value investing, long-term focus, and the power of compounding. Taking the analogy further, just as you would carefully assess the quality of land and its potential for harvest before purchasing it, value investing encourages you to look for strong companies that are undervalued by the market. Over time, you can build a portfolio that generates significant wealth and helps you achieve your financial goals. I've linked down all of the resources that I've used in this video down in the description purely for your interest. For the time being, this is my first upload and the only video in my channel. Hopefully this wasn't a complete disaster, but if you're interested in this type of content and ready to learn about finance in a way that actually makes sense, you know what to do.